Hello everyone, in this video, this is the second part of the Pygame series. So in this video, I'm going to cover the parts like the boundaries in Pygame and how to jump in Pygame. So this is the previous code we have written in the part 1 of this series. So go check that out first and enter this one. And yeah, let's get started. So I will run this code to show you what we have made in the first part. So we have a rectangle which moves for the arrow keys we press, but we have a major problem that we don't have boundaries. That means it goes somewhere off the screen. I don't know where it goes. It goes off the screen. It goes somewhere else. So we need to stop that. So that's what we are gonna do today. And yes, I will close this and we will start. So first we will start with the left key. So for left key, we are going to add a condition again in the if statement, that is, and if x is greater than 0. I'll explain you why. Because when we run this code, this left side edge is the x-axis 0. So the rectangle will move inside this screen, which will always be greater than 0. X-axis will be greater than 0 always. So that's what I have added in here in this condition. So you can see the rectangle can move. I'm still pressing my left key, but it doesn't move off the screen. So next we will do forward right. For right, it's quite similar. Like x is less than 500 because our screen size, you can see our screen size is 500 by 500, so it is 500, and let's minus the width from the, because our rectangle should be minused, or the rectangle will go inside and stop it. So you can see it has stopped on the left side of the screen. Next, we can do this for our up. For moving up and down, we need the y-axis, same as x. We'll be just adding the y-axis, that's it. And y should be greater than 0 because y-axis is inverted in the Pygame. So y-axis will be greater than 0 always. And for moving down, and y should be same as less than 500 because our screen size is 500 by 500 minus height. So I will run this and let's check. It's not going on left side and it's not going up, and yeah, it's not going down and it's not going left. So we have added the boundaries for our Pygame. The rectangle which is player. So next we will start about the jump and how to jump in Pygame. So let's create a variable called isJump and isJumpCount. I have already created this variables. So a variable called isJump is a boolean value which is set to false, and a value called jumpCount which is equal to integer 10. So let's use this. So we have one thing, that if we are jumping, we can't move up and down because we're jumping. So we can use the up and down keys. So let's add an if statement in here. If not isJump, that variable isJump, it's not isJump. So if you're not jumping, we can access this. That is, we can move up and down. And if you're then let's create the main part we need to jump. That is, if keys Pygame.k the space key, because in majority of the games we use the space key to jump. So if we press the space key, isJump will be, that boolean value will be set to true. So next let's add the else statement for is not jump. So the else statement will be jumping. So else. So inside this else statement we will have a nested if else statement. So if, so this is the main part we are doing to jump in the Pygame. Jump count greater than or equal to -10. I'll tell you why we are doing these things. And we have another nested loop called jump, the same jump count, which will be less than 0, and that's it. And inside this loop, inside this loop, y minus equals. So this is we are going to jump in a parabolic motion, which is a basic quadratic equation in Max. We use a lot of Max in Python and Pygame in programming. So this is like a parabolic trajectory where you will start at a point 0 and you will accelerate to a point, and you will have 0 acceleration, and you will start moving down with an acceleration. This is a parabolic trajectory. So we are going to make the parabolic trajectory. For that, we are going to use the quadratic equation in Max. So jump count squared times 2, that is jump count 2 squared, 0.05. So that's it. And and we will set the jump count minus equals 1. So let's add the else statement for this if statement. So else jump count, we need to reset our jump count value, so we can reset our jump count, and we should reset the is jump to false. So we have nearly finished this, so let's run and see. We got an error. Y minus expected and intended block. So let's check what's wrong with this. Tab, and that's it. So let's run. So we have this issue where we're getting this. Now let's enter this. It's going same where we want. And okay, let me add one thing. So we are going to create a variable called pos, which will be the position or something, which equals -1. Initially we need to set this variable to +1. I'll tell you why. After what I'm going to do here will make you understand it better. So pos. So first, if jump count will be greater than or equal to -10, we're going to multiply the pos, that is the variable's positive integer 1. So this will be positive, so the value will be positive, which will be the first part of your jump from the ground to the top where you have the 0 acceleration. And next the jump count will be less than 0. So you will multiply it will multiply by an integer, which is a negative integer. So when you multiply by a negative integer, everything turns into opposite, and you will continue for your next last part of your jump, or the second part of your jump, which is moving down. So let's run this code. So you can see we have the boundaries, and 3, 2, 1, I'm going to press the space. You can see we're jumping. This is the parabolic trajectory. You can jump. So when you use the arrow key, you cannot use the arrow keys when you're jumping. So this is the tutorial on how to jump in the Pygame. So thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe